Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Yo, what is going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on over here, family? We live today. We just driving by to break, destroy, annihilate the back of lack, okay? And while we are here live, we have the wonderful, let me go ahead and fix this layout because we should be more like this here. We have the wonderful Marcus Worlds live and in the flesh. In case y'all got some questions y'all want to ask, you can put him in the chat. He's able to see that. But yeah, we here to destroy the back of lack, right? If this ain't for you, if you still like your poverty, if you still like your lack, if you still like your excuses, if you still like your couch, if you still like your place of comfortability, then this live ain't for you. But before you go, we want to ask you before you head on out, okay? Would you kindly be so generous to share? Why? Because it may not be for you, but it's going to be for somebody, right? We already know that we are not here for everybody, but we're here for somebody, and we show up for those that we are here for. Now, this is going to be part 2 of the interview with Coach Marcus, who I say is the non-CDL king. Really, there's a lot of people in the niche of non-CDL. They may do one thing specifically, such as box trucks, or another thing such as just Sprinter vans. But Marcus does box trucks, Sprinter vans, pilot cars, shuttle buses, passenger transport, sightseeing, you name it. His scope is very broad, okay? And and not only on top of that, and not only because he's my husband, but before I bring anybody to the table, I make sure they 100% legit. And Marcus has been inside of the transportation industry, from driving big rigs to buses, shuttle buses, airport, being a supervisor, dispatching, the whole 9 yards, okay? Government contractor, the whole entire 9 yards. So when I bring anybody to the table, it's going to be the very best. Why? Because it's attached to my name, and I'm going to bring you the very best, okay? So what I am going to do on today is finish a couple of questions that, well, you know what? We probably going to freestyle today. We're going to freestyle a little bit today. I'm going to just go with my own basic questioning. And if you guys have some questions that you may like to ask, then please feel free to ask your questions. Before I get started, I need to go ahead and share this, okay? Before I get started, I need to share this out to about 4 different platforms. So bear with me uno momento. If you have any questions now, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. If you don't have any questions, look, go ahead and introduce yourself. When we come into people's houses, we like to be polite, okay? We like to say hello. We like to say, how you doing, etc. So let us know who you are and where you tapping in from. I already see my sister here, Carolyn. Shout out to you. Still praying for those in and or around Houston, Texas. All the way, down to Dallas, Texas, all over together, okay? I'm keeping my brethren uplifted there in Texas. Let us know who else It's tapping in with us, and where you tapping in with us from. And I gotta say this. I know that's a lot of ands, but I know, we know that people who just can care less about you, they watching too. But let me say something to y'all. Y'all can say hi, we don't bite. My book tell me to bless my enemies, okay? Do good to them. You ain't gonna get no hate over here. Now, if you get crazy and belligerent, then I gotta put you in your place. But other than that, say hi. Don't sit from the sidelines and be an onlooker. You can still come and glean and receive from over here. I'm still gonna love you. I'm commanded to do so. So whether you're a friend or a foe, you are welcome here on today. I am Dr. Tawana. I am going to be the interviewer, and we are interviewing Coach Marcus Worlds. Okay, let me add him back to the stage. Hello, Sister Kimberly. What's going on, B Brown? B Brown, what's going on? So now that I'm shared out everywhere, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And what I want to know is, because I'm not gonna read the questions that they gave me to give to you, I'm going to come up with some questions that if I was a interested party wanting to get into the transportation industry. Tell me, number one, why should I get into the transportation niche? I don't know how to drive, nothing, with no CDLs. Um, I'm working a 9 to 5, and I don't have time to try to figure it out. And, I'm grinding to make ends meet for my family. So why should I get involved into the transportation niche? Out of all industries, why would that industry be the best industry for me to get into? And we're going to keep the questions and answers under a minute, okay?
All right, for number one is transportation is needed for a whole lot of different things, different ways. It's something you can do from the comfort of your own home if you don't want to drive or if you just want to be the owner. You can be male, female. It's no particular order, no particular age. It's a very low cost to start up. A lot of people say, well, what's the good thing? And the good thing is that you can do it from anywhere in the United States. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't want to drive. You don't have to drive. You can just be the owner and run everything.
So, how can I not drive but have a transportation business? How can I not drive but have or own a transportation business from home?
So there's several different ways. You can become the owner where you the 100% owner of the company, and vet drivers, get drivers that drive for you. Another different ways is you can be your own dispatcher. You can open up a dispatching company. These are all different ways you can work from under transportation, and you're not even driving. You don't even have to dispatch your own loads. You can start a dispatching team where you got people dispatching loads for you. Not only that, I'll give you another way you can lease your authority if that's something that you want to do. And with all of that, you still not driving if you don't want to drive, but you just the owner.
Okay, so my next question would be, if I don't want to drive or don't have the time to drive or I don't know how to drive, um, and I get somebody to drive for me, I would have to pay them out of the earnings, right? Which means, will I be making a lot of money doing that?
Yeah, you still to make a lot of money doing that. It's different ways you can pay your driver. You can go off a percentage of each load. You can do hourly, but I suggest not to do hourly because you can get a driver that say you driving 8 hours, it might turn into a 12-hour trip, but you paying them by the hour. So there you go. That's why I suggest that people don't get into the hourly pay, do the percentage payoff, or if the load is $2,500, you might do start out at 26%, 27% is whatever you want to come up with. That's non-CDL, but everybody is different. But that's a different pay scale you can use on how you gonna pay your driver. But you should still profit a good profit.
Okay, awesome. So in the transportation space, how much, if I didn't want to get a big rig and I just wanted to start small, how much would I make roughly a week so I can see if it would balance out to be able to pay a driver or drive myself? How much would I make on something smaller? Like what's the smallest method of fleet that I could use, and how much would I make using that method?
Now you can start out with a Sprinter van, a high roof Sprinter van. You can get the Sprinter vans. Like when I got Sprinter vans, but the different ways with the Sprinter van, you can still do pretty good, make pretty good money depending on how you run. But the good thing about with the Sprinter vans is you don't have to have the ELD and all that required, so you can pretty much drive how many hours you want, But the good thing about it, you can still, I would say, even with a Sprinter van from like maybe 35 to 4,500 a week, just with a Sprinter van, or even more, just depending on how you drive or the person drive.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. And I still make money passively, even if I made $800 a week and I paid the driver, made sure that it was fueled up, my maintenance, even $800 a week without me having to touch anything or
No,
drive anywhere
no,
out of
with
that
this,
out of that 3,500. If I just made $800 a week because I started the transportation company, then I would have $3,200 extra a month for practically doing nothing.
yeah, for not doing nothing. But roughly though, with the Sprinter vans, I mean, it's good money in it. So if you running like with the Sprinter vans, you gonna make more than that. But like you said though, that's a good little passive income because you ain't did nothing. They did most of the work, so you still got passive income, which is still pretty good.
I like that. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So would it be best for me to go get a big rig? Do a big rig make more money than a sprinter van?
Of course, the big rig gonna make more money, but there's other ways you can go to make decent money just as much as big rig. You can go non-CDL box truck, non-CDL hot shot. I mean, those two are still. I mean, you gonna make money, but this all depends on the different loads and the stuff you get. You can still make good money and don't even have to go buy no big rig because when you get into the big rig, like I tell people, you got to look at your maintenance costs and the different things. Like, okay, what are my costs? You can get the big rig and your oil change might be $400 or $500, but if you get you a non-CDL F-250, you're only looking at about 100, 150, or you can do the oil change yourself. It's just each is for everybody on whichever one they prefer. But you just
Gotcha.
have to count up your costs for your maintenance, your breakdowns, your tows. Of course, they're gonna charge you a lot more money for semi breakdown and tow it. So just different things you have to look at.
Okay, cool. So um if I got into the transportation if I got into the transportation game, right? I'm gonna mute you a little bit. You can just unmute yourself when you're done fixing your phone. But if I got into the transportation game, shall I say, and I started with a big truck, and 6 months down the road, like I wasn't making good money at all. He'll pop back on. I think he had a phone call coming in that interrupted his signal. But I'm going to ask this here now, and then I'm going to ask him when he pop back on. But if I started a transportation business and I went the route of a big rig, and then um, after I purchased the big rig, there you can hear me now. So I'm asking the question again. I start a transportation business. I start with a big rig. 6 months down the road, it doesn't work out. It's not panning out for me. Would you say I built my business backwards because the maintenance for a big truck is going to be more than the maintenance possibly for a box truck? And I can still be making the same type of money with a smaller gross vehicle weight, such as a box truck. Because the reason why I'm asking this is because people come to me and they know that I assist you with your transportation company. And they be like, there's no money in transportation. That's a lot of people going around saying there's no money in transportation. But Elon Musk is making trillions of dollars in transportation. General Ford is making trillions of dollars in transportation. GM is making trillions of dollars in transportation. Amazon, FedEx, UPS, USPS, all these other people are making trillions of dollars in transportation. Why would somebody who started a transportation company and then it didn't work out for them? Do you think it's because they built the business backwards and they didn't count up the costs before they started the business?
That could be a reason. That could be a reason why something happened like that, because a lot of times, a lot of people get in transportation knowing that there's good money in it, but the business aspect of it, they don't have no knowledge in the business aspect of it. So that's why it's good to get a coach or get somebody that's knowledgeable in the transportation industry before they just hop in it if they never really experience or never know what to do. Because, like you said, you can always start smaller and then work your way up and build your way up for your fleet. You can start from a sprinter van, go from a sprinter van to a box truck to a non-CDL hot shot, and then to the semi. You done built the fleet, but each is to their own. But in that situation with something like that, I would say that it was built the wrong way, because transportation will always be there. And for the people that saying ain't no money in transportation, why are people still out there? Why are people still getting in the industry if it ain't no money out there? I mean, you need transportation for your food, lumber to build houses, generator to be transported, for food that we eat. It's still humans on the earth, so they're gonna need food. So then you ask yourself, why are you still in it if it ain't no money in it? It got to be a reason why people still are in the industry. If it ain't no money, it's plenty of money out there. You just got to know how to manage it and work your business. I mean, there are so many ways in transportation that you can make money, not only just by hauling different loads, by in the transportation industry or sightseeing, even getting contracts with like the VA hospitals, transporting people from their house to their doctor's appointment from the VA. So it's so many different ways in transportation.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because when I consult others, I tell them, you do not want to build your business backwards. If you build your business backwards, that's when it does not work. So now I would like to ask you, because there's a lot of people that be like, "Oh, you can YouTube your way. You don't need a coach," because you mentioned that's why you should have a coach. And there's a lot of people that be like, "Oh, you can YouTube your way to the top," which is true in a sense. But did YouTube in your way to the top teach you what you had to learn off the record, off the
No,
books?
no, I learned some stuff from YouTube, but a lot of mine has come from experience in the transportation industry. I don't knock nobody on YouTube, because it is a lot of stuff you can learn from YouTube, but you got to understand, you got to look at the NBA. They professional and they still got coaches. They got a lot of coaches well, this for whatever we need, learning the rules and regulations. Like me, I still got a coach, and I've been doing it for a long time. I mean, we all can learn from each other. So it's like you can't just YouTube your way all the way to the top. I mean, if somebody feel that's the way, then they can go that way. But you're gonna eventually need a coach for this transportation. Anything in life you do, you need somebody to help.
Yeah, you real. I like that. NBA, your phone is really choppy. Yeah, your phone is really choppy. Okay. He keeps getting phone calls. People are and it's jacking up the signal. However, are you guys able to hear and still understand what it is that we're saying? Just let me know in the chat, okay? Because if you're not, then I don't mind starting this over. The devil is a liar; he's defeated as well. And whenever you're giving out information that's transformational, then of course you can expect some feedback. I mean, he is the prince of the power over the airways. So we're not mad at you, Satan, but we still gonna bulldoze our way through. People still gonna get this game. We still gonna change lives, and we are going to leave our mark in the earth. Period. Okay, it's all clear. Okay, cool. So hopefully he'll jump back on real quick. Thank you, appreciate you. So I've ran into folks that say, yeah, I can YouTube my way. There's some things that me being Marcus's wife that I have seen him go through that YouTube could not have taught him. YouTube will give you the hermeneutics, okay? But coaching will give you the actual experience, the encounter. And I always say this about my husband, off camera, on camera. He's such a stickler with making sure that you learn the information is correct, you applying it, like everything done by the books, right? Some people might like the cheat code, but you got to have a balance. You absolutely have to have a balance in coaching, and that's what I like about my husband. Sometimes I'll be like, you might be micromanaging them. He's like, no, I want them to learn the right way, so they out here just doing what's going on. I just joined. What's the topic of your channel? Topic of my channel is just Dr. Tawana Worlds, the disruptor. But the topic of this actual broadcast is destroying the back of black. And we're giving you several opportunities or several frameworks, shall I say, several industries you should absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, be involved in. And one we are talking about right now is transportation. So welcome to you, Larry Marshall. We appreciate you stopping in, peeping out the channel, seeing what it is that we're doing over here. We absolutely appreciate you popping in, and we absolutely want to earn the right to your time. So if you get some value out of this, all I ask you to do is like, comment, subscribe, interact with us. We family over here. All right. So is there any more questions that I want to ask you? Any more questions? I think I asked you this in the last interview, but I was just sharing with them that there are things that I've seen you had to go through and figure it out, and you didn't know nothing about nothing. Didn't know textbook help you, didn't know course, because Marcus bought a course when Marcus first got involved. Marcus bought a course that is a do-it-yourself course. And because his brain is, our brains are different. I gotta see, I gotta hear, I gotta interact, I gotta feel. This man's brain is so sharp that he can go somewhere one time and without a GPS, get back to that place. Now, I got a sharp brain, but it's going to take me about 4,900 times for me to go back to the same place that I went to without GPS. Okay. So that's how we balance each other. However, I have saw him have to figure out and maneuver through things that he didn't get in that course. It wasn't no coaching like that. It wasn't no live training, no live workshops. It's like it's already done. You go do it on your own time, and that's it. And so I saw Marcus go through things behind the scenes, with his drivers. Nobody prepares you for when your drivers be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead. You hire a driver and then they like, yeah, we can work. They all pumped up. You go through the background process. You get them cleared to drive. And then a week later, they like, yeah, I got to be at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got it. So now that's a setback. Most people after 2 or 3 of those will be like, bump this jump, this ain't working out for me. But I had to watch Marcus figure it out, maneuver. It's like, oh, okay. So if that type of person don't work out, I know exactly the type of person I'm looking to hire. And if you don't fit this criteria, then I'm not going to waste my time and you're not going to waste your time. Can I contact you with the details? Yeah, for sure. The email is right here on the screen. The phone number is also there on the screen as well. And then if you look in the description of this video, Marcus have some phenomenal offers. We're going to go over those in just a few minutes. you want to take advantage, that information will be inside of the description of this video. But yeah, you can reach out. We do have a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls. So if you don't hear back from me right away, you will definitely hear back from either one of us, myself or Marcus. But yeah, you can absolutely contact us. I was going to ask you something else. Yeah, so I wanted to share that about me watching you figure things out, which was, phenomenal to see, because what you had to learn and figure out now becomes a process for somebody else to follow. I know for sure, like Marcus put some tint on his truck, and the shop said this is the right amount of tint. It ain't too dark. And then DOT come pull up on this driver, and this driver freaking out, like, because you got to go through inspection stations, and this driver freaking out, and they like, look, we're going to put you out of service until you remove the tent. And
So,
I'm looking at Marcus looking at
me,
me. He had to figure it out,
Let me tell him about that story, though. That wasn't the first time. We went through Arizona, and they hit me with a violation. And so, you remember, I kept going along like, man, I ain't taking my tent out my truck. He's going to have to deal with that. We got to, the tent keep the sun off you, burning your arms. So I'm like, man, nah, we going to roll like it is. Going to try to do it my way. But it don't work my way because sooner or later we got another violation. I'm like, man, I ain't taking my tent out. He don't know what he talking about. But sooner or later we end up going right back through Arizona again. They told us, look, you're going to have to pull it to the side. You're going to have to call somebody to come take it out. Or we not taking it out. You got to get somebody to take it out. So they put us out of service. They put us out of service for the tent. So you ain't moving. Even though it wasn't but for a tent, he said, well, I'm going to make y'all go out of service for 10 hours. I was like, 10 hours just for a tent, sir? He's like, yeah. We don't have 7-1. So, I mean, that for us that. And then what's so crazy, even though it's non-CDL, they still wanted you to follow the guidelines of a CDL truck. So that's something that you got to learn too. Different states will say different things. So some people can you think you're getting away with it, but some states you go to them DOT officers, they don't play around. So it's like you're going to obey what they say or you're going to suffer the consequence. So learned my lesson
straight up. Yeah, so Marcus learned that you couldn't YouTube that. You feel what I'm saying? You couldn't get that out of the textbook. That was something that he had to learn. And then they turned around and said, okay, well, even though these are just put out of service, that junk go on your motor score record.
Oh, yeah.
So when you trying to go get them big old loads, them nice size loads, you know what I'm saying? Like they looking at your inspection safety score. Are you following the rules out there? So Marcus knows a lot about that. I mean, some inside stuff that can help you maneuver through that. Marcus also know what states they gonna come for you. So he'll tell you, this man know maps and roads and different pathways to go through, so you can avoid that. Because you do got people, you got state troopers out there that make their money off of pulling over. They target, hold on, let me just say this. They target those in the transportation industry and just to see if you driving dirty. When we was on our way back south, we saw them lined up on a freeway just pulling over and putting out of service drivers. So Marcus got the game on them states where to avoid all of that stuff. Go ahead, Honey Buns. I just wanted to finish that.
So what I wanted to say is too, though, is like it'd be a certain target for hot shot trucks. And the reason why I believe that it'd be a target for the non-CDL hot shot trucks is because they are so easier to inspect than them just messing with the big rigs. So it's like hot shot drivers is a target. They like, okay, let me go ahead and pull them over and do an inspection. They don't be having no reason to pull you over. They just be like, yeah, these cats gonna put you over level 1 inspection on the side of the road. They like, yeah, let's just do an inspection. Like it's crazy. So it's good that you know the rules and regulations. Make sure your equipment is up to date. Make sure you do your pre-trip, do your ELD right way. Just have everything in order because for some reason they love to pull over hot shot trucks.
Well, I know one of the reasons is you make more money than they do. That's for a fact.
I said that too.
They didn't say that too one of our drivers,
Oh
like.
yeah, one of our drivers was actually told that. Matter of fact, he was in Alabama. I don't want to say it was. I don't remember what part of Alabama, but it was in Alabama. He was like, "Yeah, we got a target on you guys because you got these guys owning these hot shot trucks and stuff, and they making more money than we'll make."
And they was this color, okay? So minority, they definitely, so it's nice to know that. How many of you guys would agree that it's nice to know that, or nice to know somebody that can help you maneuver and help you set your driver up the right way if you're not going to be driving at all? To know the game so that your driver's out there, you can avoid all of that. I mean, it actually helps you get better loads when your safety score, your inspection score, and all of that stuff is good. These are things that your driver need to know when they drive. Okay, look, they're gonna be when they're inspecting. This is what they're gonna be looking for. You need somebody to coach you and tell you and give you that game, especially if you out here trying to scale. Some people just do things backwards. They be out here
And,
driving with
and
no
another thing too,
MCOT numbers.
with them DOT inspection, I try to tell my drivers always, man, keep a clean truck, keep the truck looking good, shining, smelling good, keep it clean in the inside, but most importantly, to keep all your paperwork nice and neat, keep it in a folder, and keep everything organized. That way, when you go into them DOT inspection or they pull up, they ask you for they don't even have to ask you for everything. You already got everything laid out in the folder form. Whenever they ask you what, say, oh, here you go right here, everything in order. Not just scrambling. And when you go in there and you looking around and you don't know what stuff at, that's when they really gonna try to drill you like, yeah, this ain't an organized. But when you organize and got your stuff in order, that look real good and professional.
Yeah. And then another thing is the difference between a sprinter van is when Marcus said earlier, you don't need a EIDL. What is it?
ELD,
ELD.
electric log
You
device.
don't need an electric log device when you do got a box truck, or you doing an F-250 or even an 18 wheeler. You need that. And if them logs is out of order, my God, from Zion, they gonna put your butt out of service. And you know what? Wheels are not turning, your money is not earning. Okay. So with a sprinter van, that's the least path of resistance. You don't need that.
Oh, you don't got to go to weigh station.
And then another thing is you have to pull over, your driver have to pull over for a certain amount of time. And that's why they have those electric log devices tracking how many hours you done drove. Did you take a break? Different things of that sort. Very thorough information that you need to know, because you don't want to just get in business and say, hey, I started a business, and you out here chasing money. You want to get into business so that you stay in business. That's the goal. Get in business to stay in business. Now, here's the last question, and then we're going to go ahead and tell them what opportunities you have for them. So, over the 14 years that you worked in the CDL space and the city bus space, and all the ventures that you've been doing inside of, yes, Sister Kimberly, God bless you, sister. I'll be getting with you soon, okay? Shortly, like today or tomorrow soon. Um, but all of those years accumulatively, did you ever make $100,000 combined?
Probably not. Nowhere near that, probably. I
All
done had
together?
some pretty decent job, but nowhere near what I made with this transportation. I
What's your
mean,
what was your highest paying salary? Was that at Foothill Transit?
like 20, that was 21, 25, something like that.
21, 25, and you still didn't make 100,000 that year.
No,
How much did you make, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't even know. I don't even think it was 60, 70,000. I don't even think it was nowhere near that.
And you were working 8 hours
Sometimes longer when you get caught in that LA traffic.
transporting folks. taking a risk with people. Okay. And you didn't make 100,000. And then your first year in non-CDL without a CDL license, you made 125,000 just on your truck.
And I didn't drive. I think I probably drove maybe 4 times out of the year, and I believe
But
maybe 3.
but you drove because you wanted to drive, right? So Marcus had this play like this, right? Marcus have, okay, my driver's gonna drive. I'm gonna let them drive for 3 weeks. I'm gonna go out because even though I'm receiving passive income, and he got CDL to do this, you don't have to do this. But Marcus' plan was, or his game plan was, I'm gonna let my driver drive 3 weeks out of the month. I'm gonna take a week to take a load somewhere, and then I'm gonna find me a load back. So me taking a load somewhere, I'm gonna find me a load for 2,500, 3,000 going, 2,500, 3,000 coming back. I didn't just made me 5,000 minus the expenses for 1 week, and then I'm still collecting passively from my drivers. So when Marcus said he drove, that's what he's talking about. But for the most part, you haven't touched your truck, right? You bought a brand new truck that you didn't drive anywhere to do anything but put some decals on it, your MCDOT numbers and all of that stuff. And then you found the drivers because you know where to find them. And then we've had some good drivers. I will
Yeah,
say that.
I can honestly say,
That's good
especially the guy
drivers.
that the guy that I started out with. I mean, he did a
Yes.
lot for me and helped me out. Like all drivers that I done had, they all have been really good, like really good for real. Like
Except that
everybody,
one that stole that Sprinter van. Because they don't
yeah,
tell you about that.
yeah, they don't tell you about
They
that. But
don't tell
see,
you about that.
let me
YouTube ain't
let
gonna
me
tell you about the ups
let
and
me tell
downs of
y'all a
the
good
thing.
thing about my wife. Know what I don't. I put trackers and GPS on all my stuff, so it's like, okay, come on, brother. I know exactly where my stuff at. I don't want to do this to you. Just bring me my equipment. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get into it. You better know what you're doing. I
So
mean, guy
yeah,
had a clean background and everything. So,
pass the background screening, the whole 9 yards. Pass the background screening, and decided to go jump on with another company, and just yeah, we had to deal with that, and we
but
had to
and,
we had
and
to
let me let
figure
me
it
let
out
me
and
say something. I
maneuver
mean,
through it.
I'm not gonna call no names on it or nothing like that. And at the moral of the story was, y'all, when you got God, the guy still end up having to come back to me. Come back to me. He got somewhere and got stuck. And the people didn't even pay him no money. They didn't pay him the money that he thought he was gonna get paid. So he ended up coming to me asking me, can I help him get back home? And I told him before I even hired him how this game work, how people do you. So I guess he seen for any type of personality. I sent him the money because my wife was like, don't even have nothing like that. So I sent him the money and got him back home.
Yep, you did. Absolutely. Absolutely. He did. My husband did that when he could have just left him stuck. He
I
wasn't
could
on
have
his
just left him
truck.
stuck. Like me,
He
I
left
probably
our
would have
truck
just left.
stuck. Yeah,
I would have left him stuck.
he left our truck stuck. But praise be to God, that uh, we're not like them, like Kendrick Lamar say, and they not like us. Let me answer this question. This is totally off topic from transportation. I did address this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it again. Krishana Black. I did let you know yesterday when I went over that whole little here's the description that we got your information, that we waited on you a couple of days before we actually got the email. I also told you that we processing an email in the order that they should go. I said that yesterday before we ended the live. Your last comment was, I'm so excited. Okay. I always tell people give us 2 to 5 days. I'm just going to say this out loud because I'm addressing this comment, but it's always in the description. Okay. Give us 2 to 5 days. We're not going nowhere. Half of the people that come and watch us are repeated buyers. They have been with us for years, have taken, bought courses, taken classes, workshops. We ain't going nowhere. Okay. So I don't know why you typed in there, I don't know what's going on, where we stand with one of the five. When I just said it yesterday, when you asked me, do I gotta wait for the five to? I just explained all this yesterday. Okay, but this is an interview. I should not even address that question, but I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. So again, I will tell you that our assistant, we're working on those emails in order. I got you. You will have that information. Okay. Does that answer your question, beloved, before we move on? Now, what opportunities do you have for them? I know that you created a community where you can meet people where they at and they can come and meet you where you at and y'all can collaborate together. You're teaching these people this non-CDL game, those that want to learn. I know you created a community. You want to talk a little bit more about that. That's one of the opportunities. And then you want to share any other opportunities you have before we wrap it up.
Yeah, so with that community, it'll be basically where I'm teaching people the difference about non-CDL, dropping nuggets on how to get started, different gems, just giving people the insight about the non-CDL hotshot transportation. There's so many different ways you can do this transportation without even having a CDL, but a lot of people, they don't know. It's all about the weight that you carry. So, I mean, like we were saying earlier, I done made just as much money as some of these truckers that rock around carrying 80,000 pounds and hauling all over the world. So it's just about knowing the game of this transportation industry. Somebody that'll teach you and give you the insight for it's like the DOT
Oh, there go another phone call. So, um, you probably got to go out and come back in because it's gonna mess your service up again. We'll wait for Marcus to come back, but he did create a community. I know some people cannot, and we're always looking to serve people. We should never do this. We catch a lot of slack for it, especially our our competitors. I don't call them competition. Our competitors. I call them competitors. You in your lane, we in our lane. We making money out here together. Um, it's a disdain when you practically kind of like give away the game that everybody else then had to pay for. But like I said, me and Marcus have been through a lot of things. We're going on almost 20 years married. We didn't had situations and times where we needed to be helped and nobody came through for us. If me being on welfare, somebody would have came and said, I'm gonna show you how to do a bag, just $1,000 for like $40 or even $100. I would have took that out of whatever. I would have sacrificed whatever to make that happen. So when we come, we don't discount our stuff. I always come through here with receipts. I always come through here with receipts because men lie, but receipts don't. Women lie, but receipts don't. We have held way too many people in this space and in this place be able to start a business and scale a transportation business. I know Marcus just in his business alone, over 300 folks. He has helped start and scale a transportation business without having a CDL. Okay. So this community that he has created for those who don't got, you know, 1,500, 1,900. You like, I'm always missing out on sales and I'm always missing out on that because I don't have that. That's what this community is for. Okay. It's not going to be in debt like his coaching program, but it's going to be enough to get you started, the basic knowledge so that you can get started. It's going to be more than what you would get on YouTube. And it's going to be from a person who has a lot of experience, whose heart is in this. This is not just a business, but this is a blessing that he's supposed to reach laterally as long as, inwardly as long as outwardly. While he blessing his business, he don't mind blessing other people and helping them start businesses. So how much is this community? Is it a monthly fee? Is it a one-time fee? What are you doing with this community? You're gonna be giving game how to properly structure um, your business, your transportation business, how to set up, your registrations, different things of that sort. I want to ask you before you say that, what was the biggest government contract that was offered to you for your transportation business? I still got the screenshots, but I want to know if you remember.
I want to say it was like 3 million.
It was 3 million. You got one for 3 million, you got one for 5 million. But you didn't even have to have the fleet. You were, because you were a minority in transportation,
I was
had
the contractor.
a business, you were the contractor given a contract for that size, and all you had to do was find the drivers and those
Yeah.
who had the fleet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How much is your community?
That's going for $24.99
Is that one time fee or a month?
monthly fee.
Contract, no contract?
No contract.
They can get in, take advantage of it, and get out whenever they want to.
That's it. Leave when they want.
Okay. All right. And
But I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna want to leave.
right. Right. I'm not gonna cap, y'all. I'm in a different niche. I'm in a different space. I'm in financing, funding, that type of coaching. But after I saw the benefits of transportation, that's what made me venture out and start the $1 trillion transportation. I mean, that's Marcus's, the mother truckers, which all points back to Marcus. He's the instructor. But for those that are mothers and want to learn this transportation game, before I was a married mother, I was a single mother, period, point blank. And like I said, if somebody would have came by with an opportunity like this, I would. This ain't no cap. I would have sold some food stamps. I'm serious. Like that's all I had, and I would have leveraged what I had at the time. I would have sold me some food stamps to learn this because I didn't seen his BOLs.
But
I
let me tell people
didn't banking.
about this transportation pay scale. You don't have to wait no week. You don't have to wait 2 to 3 days. You can go from having $0 in your account to having $3,500, $4,500 in your account in less than a couple of hours, because a lot of people don't understand. They don't break this thing down to where you can get a factoring company. Say you got a load that you pick up Friday, it's paying you $3,500. So they got to where, say you, I'm not saying you, but say you broke. Say you down to your last $200. So off of that $3,500 load, you can get you a cash advance. On that load, you can go ahead and get you $1,500 from the factory company, and you ain't even dropped the load off yet. Then once you drop it off, say the load was 3,000, you can get half of that. Once you drop the load off, you're gonna get the other half. So you don't went from having the $200 to you got $1,500 in your pocket. Of course, you're not gonna want to just spend that whole $1,500 yourself. Okay, I know I gotta pay a driver. They finna give me $1,500. Whatever your pay scale is to your driver. Okay, if I know I gotta get him out of 3,000, I gotta get him 1,000. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him 5. You still got 1,000 left minus your gas or wherever you gotta go. So you go ahead and you got 1,500. I'm gonna give him 5. You minus your gas, that's 300. You know you got another 1,500 coming on Monday. So you're not gonna just take the whole 1,500 and spend it yourself. You're gonna go ahead and go. Let me go ahead and dish this driver that $500.
Yeah, that's real. That factoring, Marcus don't be playing about that factoring. He got his load. That factoring slip is going into the factoring company,
Oh
and
yeah,
when
I ain't playing. Oh yeah, I ain't playing. It going in. It going up.
he got his
It's
money in
going
the
up.
bank.
Oh wait, I be on that
He's not
driver. Hey,
waiting
hey,
till
go
that
ahead,
load is dropped
hey,
off,
go
y'all.
ahead and
He
send
is
me, go
not
ahead and
waiting
send
till
me
that
that
load is
BOL.
dropped off.
I need that BOL, man. I need that
He's not
BOL,
waiting
man.
till that load is dropped off, y'all. We laughing
Yeah.
at it. I'm laughing because my husband is a cold piece of work. He
Yeah,
is not
hey,
waiting till that load is
but
dropped off. As soon as he got
but
that paper, yeah, let me get that BOL right here so I can
oh
send
yeah,
that
go ahead
back
and scan it up. Go, hey,
in the bank in
go
2
ahead and
hours.
scan it over. We ain't got time to wait. Scan that BOL and send it on in.
And then call the factoring company like, yeah, I shipped that paper off. Y'all got it? Yeah, we got it.
Man,
Oh, okay, cool. So when that wire gonna hit that bank account, like it's on another
man,
level. Like for real. These
for
are
real, y'all, hey, it ain't, it's that serious
plans.
though, man. I'm
I'm
telling you.
telling you, this is the perfect way for you guys to be able, and it don't take long. You can be up and running literally within a matter of 30 to 60 days, like
Or
period.
sooner.
or sooner. It just really depends on your ability to get the information and implement it. Like, that's it. But it don't take nothing but 4 or 5 steps and you ready to go. You can do that in a day. It does not take that long. You can do that in a day. So $24.99 a month. They're gonna get access. He gonna teach you about factoring, all of that stuff. $24.99 a month. That's lesser, okay, than what it costs for a meal in a grocery store right now. That's doable. If you ain't in no position to invest $24.99 in yourself a month, then let me tell you something. You working backwards, okay? You'll never be able. When you invest, you're investing at the level you're wanting to receive. If you ain't got $24 to invest in yourself, it's time to have a serious conversation with yourself and say, I am broke and this has to stop right now. If you ain't got $24 to invest in yourself, that is dangerous. You should never not have at least minimum for one person $500. If you got 4, you should have 2,000. 500 for each. And just put to the side in case you need to do anything, right? Is there any other opportunities you got? I know they in the description, but is there, I know you had an MCDOT still, a workshop that was, you letting that go for 200 still?
Yeah, I'm gonna run it back.
Okay. So you're going to do the live MCDOT workshop, $200 investment, a $10,000 plus harvest. Okay. Let Marcus show you the game, how to just, hey, this is Faceless. I don't even want to touch no freight. I just want to set up people's MCDOT number. That's a $5,000 situation per person. You do 4 of those in 1 month, you're at $20,000 a month. You do 1 of those in 1 month, you at $5,000 extra a month. Okay, that's $200 for that live workshop at the end of this month. I think the 3rd or the last week in this month. Our deceased son's birthday is July 29th, so it's going to either be before or after those couple of days leading up to that day. But you also had a live dispatching, right? 4 days.
Yeah, that's a 4-day class. That's a 4-day class. We're gonna get to everything. We're gonna hit the load boards, the paperwork, dispatching, live dispatching. I mean, that's going for 200 again. That's a 4-day class. You can't get it no better than that. I mean, you're gonna get everything you need to get. And then another thing, I feel generous enough to run that Independence Day sale back. For $800, get you your MCDOT. You're going to get a trade line. I mean, I'm going to hook you up with, I don't even usually do that, but I just feel generous about helping some more people. So I'm going to run that back. I got financing available. Like I said earlier, if you can't get it, like, tag, share for somebody else. If you can't get it, partner with somebody. $400, that $800, you got your business going, a transportation business that they're gonna be around. I mean, if we can go out and commit crimes together, link up and go shoot at the ops or shoot at somebody, we can link up and come together and get a business started. I mean, turning somebody into generation of wealth, man. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah, that's facts.
Also, do got payment plans, but if you're doing the payment plan, it's 16. It's more. I mean, you can put $533 down, make that payment over 3 months. I got that available too. My wife will put it in the description, everything, the stand store. But yeah, I'm still running them offers right now.
All right, that's what's up. What's up? Anything you want to say in closing? That's real. I wanted to piggyback.
Something else too, though. We got a raffle going at $100 for a 6-month mentorship. I mean, you can't beat that. $100 raffle ticket. Come on, man. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's
like
real.
I said, like, tag, and share. Like, share my page, share my thing, get it up. We gonna rock.
That's what's up. I appreciate you coming by here. Just, that's my mission. My mission, and my husband knows that. He has the same mission, that we impact and help change the lives of those around us, especially those in our community. Okay. And if we can serve you in any way possible, it may not be for those of you here on the live, but look, it's going to be for somebody. That's what we do know. We obey God, do exactly what God tells us to do, and then boom, there it is there. And we making moves together. We love to help other people do and get to where we're going and do what we have done. And we don't mind taking the time, which is something you can never get back in life. You cannot get back time. We don't mind taking the time to be able to help you put your family in a better position. And there's no other way. If it was strenuous or hard or something that you couldn't do, then I'll be like, look,
Uh,
this
Also,
is
I
what
want.
it is. But hold on, let me finish saying this. This is the easiest path to prosperity that you can set up for a long time, generational wealth for your children's children to carry on. Go ahead, honey.
Also, I wanted to say too, though, I'm looking for an assistant with that MCDOT to come partner with me and to join my team. Need a little help with some stuff, so I'm looking for somebody to hire also too. So I mean, get the training. You be a candidate to get hired on to our staff. So come on, you guys, let's do this. I mean, this is a different type of money over here we getting.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. Good looking for saying that. So one for those who register for that MCDOT workshop, one person will be selected to become a part of the team, Marcus's team, to just set up and do MC and DOT numbers for sure. So there's your money back plus some. Just on that note. Just on that note, there's your money back plus some. Okay.
And then I wanted to say too, you guys, don't be afraid of change. Like reason why a lot of us be stuck, and I was in the same position, is that as a kid, you be taught to get out of high school and go straight to working for somebody. But if you got a kid that's graduating or know somebody that, looking to start something, don't just always be like graduate and go get a job or go to college. A lot of people that you look at as very successful, they never even been in no college or anything. They just got it out the mud or learned from the street. Like if you know somebody like that, like, tag, and share. But I mean, this is a perfect business opportunity for your kid if they're younger. Something they can
Yeah.
start by the time they get 20, by the time they get 30 or something, they already a millionaire. They can retire. I mean, they don't even have to drive or anything like that. I just wanted to say that little information.
I'm gonna let you answer any questions that anybody might have. Can you see the chat? I'm gonna go
No, I
check on
can't.
it.
You can just tell me what the question is real quick. I answer a couple of questions.
If you guys have any questions, is there anything that you want to say or talk about before we go? You, Marcus, anything else you want to share? Anybody else got any questions for Marcus before we wrap this up? I'll wait just a couple of seconds. I'm looking at the chat to see if there's any questions for you. But yeah, we all the way up. I mean, you can take this and go further. How much is 3B? What's 3B? Oh, 3B. Let me see what 3B is. Hold on, beloved. I think it should be there, but it might not be there. Hold on. Let me see what 3B is. MCDOT. So that's $200. And then you also get the opportunity. So 3B, which is the MCDOT setup, that's a live master class. It's $200. How long are you offering these sales? That way I don't run this past the time that you say. How long are you offering these? The community, the discounts, how long are you offering these sales? Hopefully that answers your question, K Real. Any other questions for Mr. Marcus? 3B is $200. When you sign up for that workshop, one person from that workshop is going to be selected to work on alongside with Marcus. And like I said, Marcus is an amazing coach. I'm trying to get him to come out and spread his wings and be a little bit more active with you guys on live. He's a behind the scenes type of guy, but he's very wise. He's very smart. Um, he know how to get to the bag. He know how to set it up, structure it the right way, and just scale it from there. Any other questions before we go? Last time asking. Hopefully that answers your question, Play Real. I have another gentleman over here as well, Marcus. His name is Larry Marshall. I'll show you offline, but he's interested as well.
All right.
There ain't
Like
no
I
question.
say, y'all like, tag, and share. Share my page on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of the different platforms.
All right, I see you. I see you now. I see you giving that CTA. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. Starting off fresh. What step do
Matter
you
of
think?
fact, this is what I'll do. The person that get shared the most, I give them a course, one of my courses.
Okay. So the person you can see who shares the most too, by the way. So the person who shares this broadcast the most, you have an option to get one of Marcus's free course, the non-CDL box truck dispatching. So K Real say, I'm starting off fresh. What steps do you think should take first?
What what are
Learning
you
again,
getting into?
starting fresh in transportation. So let me ask you a question to answer that question. Non CDL, you might have not been on the whole time, but the easiest path of resistance is going to be in either with a sprinter van or a box truck. That's what I would get started. But you can also do dispatching. You can do MCDOT number. You got to let us know. Are you looking to drive? Are you looking to hire a driver? Are you just looking to do something behind the scenes like dispatching, MCDOT number? Let us know that. Then we can answer your question appropriately, accordingly, shall I say. Any other questions besides K Real? And thank you guys for watching. There's a couple of people still here, but one person got a question. Was we that thorough? Was we that good? Was this a good interview? Let us know some feedback or something. Y'all too quiet. Got me thinking over here. Y'all might be the ops. What's going on? Non-driving. Starting the actual business. Me, and then I'm gonna let Marcus tell you. Starting the actual business, the LLC, the EIN, the MCDOT number, the business bank account. Let me show them this. Can I show them this real quick? Let me show you one of our clients. Matter of fact, I know she ain't gonna mind us showing, but let me show you this. Okay, why we here telling y'all something? We're not just telling y'all nothing for no reason. Let me show y'all this real quick. If you don't do nothing else with a transportation business during this time, you'll make all the money that you would have made in a year. This is one of our clients. Every single year, sister girl be running up that big bag straight up. She came to one of our in-person events, not virtual. We be dropping gems and game with y'all here on this internet, but it goes down in person, straight up, for real, for real. But she came, she went, she left. You mute your phone, baby doll. Just hit the mute for a second, just so I don't get the feedback. She came, she left, she went and got her a party bus. Okay, I know she don't mind me doing this. She out there right now, just waiting around, making big bags because of the hurricane in Texas. They ain't doing them, but she ain't doing it but laying down. She ain't doing it but laying down. All them trucks is right there. Hold on one second. Let me go find this other one real quick. I had it the other day. Where is that? Let me go find Sister Girl. I'm finna show y'all right now. This ain't it. So proud of this woman. I really am. I'm really proud of her. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick without having to go through all of her stuff. But it's one particular video I want y'all to see. If you don't do nothing else but just have a transportation business, let's see. Let's see if this is her reels. Oh, no. I ain't trying to create no reel. Hold on. Let me go to her stuff. Here we go. Did she take it down? Oh, she probably took it down. She might have took it down, y'all. But nevertheless, she's from Florida. I'm gonna try to see if I can share it from over here. Hopefully, it's still up. Let me go up here. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I want y'all to see this. Seeing is believing. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? I can't find it on our page, but I sent it to myself because I wanted to show others. I don't think it was way up here, y'all. Nevertheless, was it here? Hold on. See if I can find it over here. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's gone. So I guess she took it down. But it was actually showing how many trucks was lined up just for hurricane season. And when I tell you they finna eat in a major way. 250,000, 100,000. She just laying there. She laying there. That's a contract. That's a government contract. They need stuff moved. So if you didn't have a whole bunch of anything, I'm low on money. Which step should I take first with Mr. Marcus? Okay, so when you say low, tell us what's your price point, and then we'll tell you what we have that will accommodate you, that would help you get started. Okay. Tell us what is your investment amount that you can do, and then we will let you know exactly what you can do at the level, financial level or investment level that you're able to invest. Any other questions before we go? Because it's going to be the last one after they tell us where we at, and then we can talk even more so offline. You are able to email us. You're able to call us on the phone. That's cool as well. But if we can answer your question, get you on your way now, we absolutely will serve you. Okay. $400 to $500. Where should she start? Or he? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say she. Where should K Real start? $400 to $500 investment. I would say the 6-month mentorship. They're new to transportation. You on mute, Marcus.
Okay, what was it? What was you saying
now? K Real has $400 to $500 to invest, and wanted to know, she a female. Okay, sis. I said she, but then I didn't know, so I didn't want to be disrespectful. First time starting, and has $400 to $500 to invest, and want to know which option should she take. And what I was saying is, I believe the 6-month mentorship would be better for her just starting, so that she can go over everything, whether it's going to include starting her own transportation, getting her paperwork, document all of that. She's going to be also learning the others, freight broker and all that. So then at the end of that, or either in the middle, wherever she is, she can say, this is exactly what I want to do in the transportation space. What are your thoughts? Do you think that's where she should start?
I think that'll be a good fit though for you, because that'll give her the mentorship, and she won't just be diving in something that she really don't know that she'll get taught about. I mean, we can work with her with what she got, I mean, if she want to discuss it offline instead of being online with it, I mean, it's something that you know, you get a number and we can go from there. Or she want to give us a call, we can go from there.
So you can, but I know your 6 month mentorship is $497, correct?
Yeah.
She said she got 400 to 500, but yeah, I would say go with the mentorship because it's like a buffet. If you don't know where you want to go, start there, right there.
I mean,
Because now,
that'll be a perfect fit for it because I mean, it gonna give you, it'll let you know everything for its fighting and everything. It gonna give you what you need to know.
yeah, for sure. So you can reach out, phone numbers there, um, emails there. If you have any further questions or you want to get started, all the information is inside of the description. Again, the mentorship, I don't know if that's in there, it might be in there, but the 6 month mentorship is $497.
It
And
might
then,
not be it might not be on there. So
okay,
that's why I said she'll have to reach out, give a call or something.
okay, all right. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so very much, Mr. Marcus Worlds. I appreciate you coming by, sharing your game and your 100% transparency with this audience. We look forward to serving you guys. Like Marcus said, make sure you follow, follow him and then push him to go live with y'all more, answer y'all questions, things of that sort. But yeah, we look forward to serving y'all and. We'll see some of y'all on the inside, and for the other ones, we'll just see y'all on the sidelines. Okay, Dr. T will be back because there's a double dose. We want to make sure that Marcus come and we get this out here, this good juice and sauce out here with y'all. But I'll be back shortly to talk about how you can get your hands real sticky, on a whole bunch of revenue that you can do from home using your phone and a Wi-Fi connection. That being said, peace.